combinations. And in this video, I'm going to show you some fun coloring techniques using the Merriest Snowflakes bundle. Here is the Merry Snowflakes bundle with the stitched snowflakes dies. These are just incredible dies because there's so many possibilities of what you can do with them. And along with the dies and stamp set, there is also a snowflake mask in the Adorning Designs masks and a snowflake embossing folder that is part of the wintry embossing folders, the 2 small pack. But I wanted to show you this card. I thought it would be fun to use this die and to place it 3 times, just alternating up and down, and create just a plain card like this. So I started with, let me clean this off a little bit, a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and I used Balmy Blue and Highland Heather, one of my favorite color combinations, and some blending brushes. And I just brushed the ink just wherever in different spots all around. And then I'm gonna go to the Highland Heather and fill in the other areas. And you can make it as dark or as soft as you want. And what I love is that the color is really bringing out all of the snowflake, the stitched snowflakes, the stitching. And it's creating this really fun Northern Lights look. I'm gonna do a little bit more Balmy Blue. Quick and easy and fun. And then I'm gonna adhere this to some Balmy Blue. And you will notice when you trim that sometimes a little bit of the edge of the star will be cut off, but I think it still works. I've stamped and cut out this little snowflake here. Oh, and my snowflake, I cut it out and left it over there. So there's a die that cuts that snowflake out. And then I'm gonna put this all on a Highland Heather card base. I've also cut out some J and Y's, and I'm gonna layer them together. I'm gonna try to do 3. So these are hard to pick up. Okay, so there's 3. And I like popping this layer up on dimensionals. So this is just a simple, quick and easy, pretty card that you could make a dozen of, or however many you want to send out to friends. So we'll just place this on the card base. And now I'm going to glue all these together. And I'm gonna put a dimensional on the snowflake. And I think you should put the snowflake on first where you want it, in the center there. And then you can add the J's and the Y's. So let's get 2 Y's and 2 J's to glue. And it would be really good to use the self-adhesive backing. When you're cutting these out, it would just make things easier. Oh, I don't need to do that one. Okay. So I'm just gonna turn this right side over, and I'm gonna place this on top. My hands are a little shaky, but I'll try to match them up as best I can. Okay, so there's our Y, and then there's going to be our J. Just the style of the font, the J is like taller than the Y, and to me it looks a little bit awkward. So I'm gonna cut the top of the J so it's the same height as the Y. I think it would look good if you had letters right beside it, but I think it looks kind of strange off on its own. So I'm just gonna use the Y to help me know where to cut off the top of the J. I'm just gonna go like that. Okay, so now these are the same size, and I can add some glue to them. And if you don't want to layer these up, you could just use dimensionals, which is what I did on this original card. I just cut the mini dimensionals in half and put those on. So you could do that as well. I don't think those are lined up that great. I gotta move up the J. Move up. Oh boy. Okay, there's the Y, and here's the J. Okay, so we've got our joy card, and then now I'm just gonna add a rhinestone. Gotta add some rhinestones. Add some bling bling. I'm gonna do the middle size, the medium size one here. Just right there. And then I'm gonna have some fun, and I'm just gonna color Highland Heather with the Highland Heather Blends marker. There we have our joy card. So I'm gonna show you a couple other cards made with this bundle. It's super fun. I've been having a ton of fun. So if you check out my live that I did with this bundle, I made this watercolored snowflake card, and I used the snowflake embossing folder that I mentioned. And then this one, I used the snowflake mask from the Adorning Designs to watercolor the snowflakes through the mask. And so you have this really pretty watercolory snowflake design. And then I did this card where I did a Christmas tree, and I stamped the snowflakes behind here. I used the stitched triangles to cut out the tree, and then I added some of these stitched snowflakes from the dies and some rhinestones as well, and I did like a little watercolor wash on top. Another card that I did is this one. It is similar to this one. I just did a little piece of it, and then I did some snowflakes coming down in the sentiment. And then this is our white cotton ribbon that I used. I used a blends, the Balmy Blue blends, to color it so that I could have Balmy Blue ribbon. I love our white ribbons. And then this one, this one I watercolored, so it's similar to this one, but I just watercolored it. So a little bit different, but pretty. And then this one, I stamped the snowflakes in balmy blue and then added like a little balmy blue ombre with the blending brush, and then a whole bunch of rhinestones colored with the blends. So there, oh, one more. This one, I used the dies to cut out little openings because it's has the stitching on the outside, so it makes a fun window. So I created all these little windows and stamped the snowflakes through the windows. And then on some of them, I used the stitching that can go inside the snowflakes, and then I colored them with the blending brush. So like I said, there's so many options and things that you can do with the Snowflakes bundle. Unfortunately, the stitch dies are sold out, so I apologize for totally teasing you with that, but the die stamp set is still available, and hopefully you can find the snowflake dies another way, because this is such a fun bundle. It's hard to sometimes do videos towards the end of the catalog when things are retiring, but I just want to show you all these fun cards that you could use other stamp sets or dies. There's still the snowflake dies in the annual catalog that you could use to create some of these cards. This one I used the mask. I did it opposite of the other one that I showed you. So I did a watercolor wash across, and then I used the blending brush through the mask to color the snowflakes. So the snowflakes are crisper, but still have a nice soft quality. And I did use a blending brush around the edges of this card to kind of give it some color and on the edges. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you place a $40 order, and you want this card kit, which consists of supplies for these 3 cards right here, just use my current host code when you place the order and email me and let me know that you would like the Snowflake card kit, and I will send it right out to you.